kuya civic no I'm watching munana zam on a me and boss royai you na chinde from around eh oku kwenkwere na gio omega monyu o ma chinde from around chine fem kwanyao Jehovah talk and do. I call you once, you answer me 7 times. Guys, I so much love this music from Flavor. Like, I keep playing and playing it because God is good all the time. However, so that day it was raining heavily. I came down from the bus just to realize that I forgot my umbrella at work. There was nothing I could do. I have meeting in 2 hours. I waited for this rain for like 1 hour. The more I wait, the more heavy is pouring down from heaven, and I was like, no, I have to get into the rain, because one thing you should know abroad, nobody's coming to do it for you. You got to do a whole lot of things by yourself. However, I entered into this rain. If you see me that day, I was dressed so much like the Hausa Muslim in my country, Nigeria. I was so covered. Like the dress I was wearing was practically like sweeping the floor. I have to hold it because the tip of the dress actually wet with water. However, guys, I was just hurrying, walking like God. I was a mess of myself that day. In a rush, upon arriving to this office, I was going to like 350 meters away from the office. There was a car, a big white Jeep, I can't forget. And when I was passing through, a voice came from the Jeep and in Italian asking something like, please can I ask you a question? I was in a rush. I'm soaked on the rain, but then me being the kind of person I am, looking out for people, being kind enough, I feel like, oh, maybe this person lost a direction or actually trying to ask me for an address or something. So I stopped and was like, okay, what it is? So he spoke Italian very fast that I couldn't understand. I was like, please can you speak very slow? And then he was like, do you speak English? I was like, oh yeah, I speak English. What is it? And he said, look at what he asked me. Please, do you want to F me? Like, and I was like, I was taken aback. I was out, guys, for 2 seconds I was frozen. That's the word. Before I could get myself, I was like, what? I was like, you're so beautiful, you're like a black mermaid, you know, in that they're Italian accent. And he's a man, and I was like, you know, you're like a black mermaid, you know, can I? And I was like, guys, I started running. I have never ever had such experience in my life, and each time my mind goes back to that event, it sent cold chills throughout my skin. I remember discussing this with my partner, and he's like, oh, you've not seen anything, this happened, this is the Western world. And I told him, you know, this is the reason women are fighting so hard to be heard and being misunderstood as being feminist. There is nothing wrong with being feminist, because especially when you know the true meaning of what you are trying to find, you do not want to be abused, you do not want to be harassed, you do not want to be pushed down. We are not, I don't believe that in the world everything is equal. I don't believe like men and women are equal, but I believe that we have equal rights and should be treated equally. You understand? In circumstances, this is what we are fighting for. You understand? Because I remember talking about this with my colleague. When my colleague were telling me their experiences, I was more shocked than what I experienced. They told me different things. Even before arriving in this country, I've heard a lot of bad things, and especially how black women are being seen here in Italy, you know. But experiencing it is something else. It's actually something else. A full-grown man who I presume is quite rich because the car is very expensive, saying that kind of a thing. Like, you see him, he's well dressed, put together in a suit, looking like subtly rich but crazy and messed up in the head. Guys, so this is the story I want to share with you guys. I have to end today. If you had something, if you experienced something like this in your country, the country you're living, probably it's not even Italy, please, I would love you to share on the comment section, because I really want to know that I'm not the only one, you know, having this experience. With this, I'm going to say thank you so much. Stay safe and stay blessed. Ciao, and do not forget to subscribe. Hit on the subscribe button. Ciao.